All right, FightHype.com here with the man, the myth, the legend, world-renowned promoter, Eddie Hearn. Eddie?
Yes, FightHype.
Welcome back to
Number
Chicago.
one.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Number one in the U.S.
Sorry, yeah,
number one in the U.S.
Sorry, Coogan. Yeah, number one in the U.S.
Number two in the U.K.
Yeah.
Number one in the U.S.
Yeah.
No, that's number one in the U.K. We'll take the number two.
Good.
As long as we're number one here.
Yeah.
How you been?
I'm good. I'm excited.
Yeah?
I mean, there's a lot of work going into what we're doing at the moment.
Wait, England to Kiev?
England, to Kiev. I was talking about Dazn.
Oh, okay.
In the US shows, and like I just said in an interview there, I know you were standing by. The challenge for us which is really challenging, is we're coming from a standing start. So we're not ESPN, we're not Showtime, we're not HBO. We're a brand new platform, and that's a great challenge for us because we have to not just convince the customer about the quality of our product, but we have to convince the fighters that we have substance, we have great shows, we have longevity, and that's what we're doing. We're building a great team. We're 3 months in. We had a great start, and I think this show is a sign of the depth in quality of the shows that we'll be doing. There'll be bigger main events than Vargas Dulorme, but when you've got 3 world championship fights, you've got a big heavyweight fight as well, you've got Vargas Dulorme heading it, you're going to be tuning in, watching every fight, by the way, not just 2 fights, every single fight from the card, and you're going to be entertained from start to finish, and that's important for us. We want people in the venue at the Wintrust Arena to leave and go, that was great, when's Matchroom coming back? We want people watching on Dazn to go, wow, that was a great night of boxing, I got great value, oh, by the way, it's free, so you got even better value. So it's a great challenge for us what we're doing. We are truly only just getting started, but I'm really proud of the team of people we've set up in our office in New York, but the team at Dazn as well, because people should embrace this. You've got so many haters out there. I watch people like Richard Schaefer. I mean, this guy is so bitter that he can't get a TV deal. That he should be embracing it. People say to me, are you in war with ESPN? No, you should get ESPN Plus. You should get Dazn. It's $15 for what, over 120 nights of boxing a year. So fight fans, genuine fight fans, should be excited about new platforms, new opportunities for fighters, and ultimately people putting a lot of money into the sport that we love.
When you start something new like this, obviously a little different, when you're working with someone like Showtime, someone like HBO, HBO's not in it anymore, but Sky Sport, they have a built-in subscriber base, but when you start with something new like this, I mean, I can only kind of compare it to, it's like starting a new website or a new YouTube channel. You have no fan base. So
the difference is when you start a website or you start a YouTube channel, you don't have tens of millions of dollars of marketing behind it like these guys do. So
I wish I did.
I know. So we have a great, we're blessed because Dazn have huge budgets to push this product in Dazn. This is the second fight night already. So we're babies in the game. But at the same time, I know what the team are doing. And I saw Stephen Espinoza's comments. I think it's bad to put Anthony Joshua on a streaming service. Let me tell you, the numbers who watched Anthony Joshua's fight against Povetkin in the US wasn't too dissimilar to the numbers on Showtime who watched the Parker fight. It was behind. We expected that. But it's not as though we're losing out on all this exposure and viewers, not at all, because the Showtime numbers aren't even that big. So this is the future. This is the new generation of the way people are digesting content. My kids, your kids, if you have them, they're not watching TV.
No, they're not.
They're watching
YouTube,
Netflix, YouTube. And this is how the next generation of viewers will be digesting content. Watch it when you want, on demand. Watch different fights going on at any time. Watch it on your laptop. Watch it on your big screen. Watch it on your phone. So, there's a lot of people trying to be obstructive to us. We expect that. I don't expect to walk into the US market and everyone goes, oh, Eddie, great to have you. Why don't you just come and take over boxing? But it's a plan that we've got. I feel as though we have the ability. It's a great challenge, one that we're really excited about. But one of the reasons we partnered with Dazn is, one, they gave us the amount of dates needed to create a great stable. But 2, we're getting a chance to build a platform for fight fans from scratch. You can't get that. When we do an HBO show, we don't get any input into who's commentating or how the ring walk works or the camp. It's ultimately their decision. And it felt like it was a little bit dated. We want to have the freedom to create that in-arena experience that we do in the UK, because otherwise you can't get the atmosphere. And we're the envy of the boxing world in the UK, because people tune in and look at the shows and go, this is crazy. We can do that in America if we have the flexibility through the broadcaster to make it a fan-friendly arena, and that's what we're going to be trying to do.
I know, especially when I started my website and my YouTube channel, I had to take like a grassroots approach. I had to like go to the people and let them know, hey, I'm here. Is that kind of a similar approach when you take fights to Chicago, to Boston and stuff like that?
Well, I think when you look at the audience of the Zone and trying to build subscribers, it's two-pronged. Number one is you need to make sure that the boxing fans, the fanatics, the one who digest boxing every night or every week, are aware of the brand. And you need to make sure they're on board. I think we've done a really good job to make everybody aware of Dazn, as in terms of boxing fans. There's a whole other world out there, the bigger world, that's going to make this a success, which is the casual market. You know, the guys who like to watch the odd big fight. But also, Dazn isn't going to be a fight product, it's a sports product. So there'll be some major sports added. They've just done a big deal that will be announced soon. Over the next months and years, we'll be adding baseball, we'll be adding hockey, we'll be adding American football.
Wow.
And when that comes, that's going to be a lot easier to drive subscriber numbers. At the moment, we've got a really solid base after just a couple of weeks of subscribers, but we know those subscribers, the majority of them are hardcore boxing fans who are saying, this is, I mean, people were coming up to me in the UK going, can I get Dazn in the UK? You know, they're saying, like, for $2.50 a week and the first month's free, there's so much content. 16 of our US shows, probably 20 of our UK shows, 3 weight classes in the World Boxing Super Series, all the Bellator, Combat Americas. So people are on board, and you know it's going to take time because you have to spread it to the masses, just like FightHype. You know, and you have to continue doing that to grow your channel. At the moment, every boxing fan knows FightHype. Right? Everybody that's interested in boxing knows FightHype. How do you bring the casual fan to start watching the channel and growing your numbers? You do that by great content. You do that by word of mouth. You do that by spending some marketing dollars if you can, and ultimately providing a quality product, because quality will see you through. And that's why I want to get started, because I believe that after Saturday people will go, that was a great show, I'm in. And that's what we have to do. And the fighters will look at it, they'll look at the production, they'll look at the team, they'll look at the fights and go, oh, this Dazn exists. You know, when there's advisors, when there's managers, when there's promoters saying to the fighter, you can't go with Dazn, are you crazy? Oh, they'll only be around for a couple of months, they haven't even done a show yet. What does Eddie Hearn know about the US market? It's just about constantly reinforcing that we're here, that we're quality, that we're great promoters, that we've got a great platform, we've got a lot of money. So it's going to take time, but I'm really pleased with the start, and I can't wait to get started.
Is it hard to balance that when you, I mean, obviously you want to please the hardcore boxing fans, but sometimes in order to grab the casual fans,
you've got to do something a little bit different.
Right.
I'll give you a great example. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. against Sergio Martinez, right? They had a little bit of beef on Twitter. Sergio phoned me up and said, I want to fight Chavez. And I'm thinking, you know, as a fight fan, I'm thinking, I'm not sure about this, but I know it's going to do numbers. So you sometimes you have to have an open mind. You can't be that hardcore. Same with you, right? And same with Coogan. I say it to you. If you're just this hardcore boxing fan that doesn't realise there's a whole new world out there, your product will always be limited to numbers. So you got to do, FightHype has sometimes got to do a quirky interview with a celeb, you know, that's going to drive numbers. And the same with us. Sometimes we've got to do a fight that the hardcore boxing fans might go, oh, it's a mockery. Oh, I mean, it's like Fury Wilder. You know, everyone knows it's fake. Everyone knows it, what it is. But you still watch it, or the casuals will watch it because they think, wow, heavyweight beef between these two guys. They really don't like each other. But it's entertainment. You know, we've all been guilty of it in the past. But you have to have that open mind to make sure that you widen your subscriber base.
Yeah, that's actually a perfect segue. But before I do segue into that, I wanted one last question on just what you're doing as far as putting on fights here in the United States. I know you've talked about the differences between fights in the US and fights in the UK in the past. Are you going to be doing anything different at these actual events? Are they starting sooner?
Yeah, well, the first thing on Dazn is that every fight will be televised, okay, which is very important for the fighters. We want to make sure that there's severe substance to the card. So from 5, 6 o'clock, you can sit down and watch World Championship boxing or great fights with big names. Again, we've got the freedom and the blank canvas to do what we want in the arena. Louder music, national anthems for world title fights. Trying to build, you know, I can't believe that, you know, when you go to a show and they play the national anthem at like 5 o'clock when there's no one in there, that's how you get people emotional. That's how you get people up for supporting their own. And that's important. It's a show. No, we've got to try and make sure that it's a fun night out. And I truly believe that when you look at the depth of this card and when you go to the arena on Saturday, you will leave and you will say, I've got great value for money. And that's the most important thing for us. We have to deliver value for money for fight fans. And what we're saying to fight fans is, download Dazn. Try it. We promise you'll love it. And then join us. You know, it's a revolution for boxing. It's going to be the new home of boxing.